righty, here we are, Punt Pals podcast, back for another week. And it's a big week because we talk about back. Footy's back, baby. Yes, it is. And we are pumped. I'm Robbie Bond. This is Nick Ristovic. Scale of 1 to 10, my friend. How pumped are you for footy to be back?
12, mate. 12. Just been absolutely chomping at the bit to get into some footy action. The preseason did really cut it. Forget your community matches. Forget your match, scratch match, match sim, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Real deal starts tonight. We're recording on the Thursday. Tonight's game is currently being played. And, mate, I'm pumped.
Oh, I love to hear it. I mean, I still get a little bit shitty about round zero. We'll dive into that a bit later. Feels pointless. I think it's weird.
Just copy the NRL pretty much for no reason.
Yeah, but we don't even play full round. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I guess they tried the Vegas games last week, couple of marquee games up the full round. Now we're trying to do the same thing.
But at least they're doing it in Vegas. That's
yeah, I know. We should be doing this podcast in Vegas, but
now you are talking. In a couple of weeks, that might happen.
Our own round of us for podcasters, mate. But yeah, no, it's a bit shit, mate. We'll get into that later. We've got a cracking show, mate. We've got plenty of content around the AFL. We've got some tips. We've got plenty going on, though.
We really do. Now, before we get into it today, just want to encourage everyone to jump over to our socials as well. Punt Pals podcast. We're on Instagram. I think we're on TikTok. I can't log in, but, we're there.
We're on there somewhere. We've been blacklisted?
It could be that, actually. It could be that.
I mean, that race day TikTok video we put up last year. We were a little bit loose, mate.
Yeah, it could have been that. It could have been that. You can follow us on the podcast streaming service that you do use, though, Spotify and Apple we like, also YouTube. So, I mean, you can find us pretty easy. Yeah, we're not hiding away anywhere.
Nah, Spotify's a good one, mate. You just, subscribe to when the shows come out. You get a little push notification on the phone saying the podcast's up. And for me, that usually means dive in, just review my performance.
Just makes life easy, doesn't it?
Well, it does, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, kind of like copying a, one click on a bet slip from someone else's shared bet. Just make it easy for yourself.
Exactly right. You're talking bet loop here, are you? Is that what's going on?
Just shared bets, the feed, bet loop, all those. An easy way to punt, isn't it? But anyway, I digress.
Love it. So coming up today on the show, we do have a lot, and we've got a lot to get through because the footy is on as we record this. So even though we are going to put in our tips for the footy, they're kind of not going to count by the time you are listening to this because St Kilda and Carlton will be done, but we will do Hero of the Week. Risto's multi-glory from last week. We'll talk about round zero. We've got a racing preview potentially as well and the F1s. So there is a lot going on. Do you want to rip in with listener questions to start with?
Mate, absolutely. And the first one off the bat is Timbo from Como.
Yes.
Nice spot.
It is a good spot.
Yeah,
that's around your hunting ground, isn't it?
Well, it used to be, mate. I moved out the burbs a bit these days, but
that's true.
Como by Pursue there, nice spot by the river. Do a bit of fishing there, Timbo. So you're lucky, mate, in a good part of the world. He's just a general sort of rapid fire here. What's your go-to pub meal and why, Robbie?
I like it, though. I like this sort of question because for me, I think there's only one answer. There's a few runner-ups. You can talk about steak sandwiches and burgers and all that sort of stuff.
Depending on what one answer is.
Hello. Well, of course, it's the palmy with chips, with salad. But there's one thing that really makes the palmy.
Yep.
And that's a side of gravy.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. You put it on your chips. You put it on your palmy.
Yeah, chips and gravies.
Oh,
isn't it?
Mate, it is sensational. I would recommend going tonight on your way home. Just having a sneaky beer at the pub, having a palmy, get a side of gravy. It is a goer.
Yeah, palmy's a good choice, mate. You can't really go wrong. They don't often butter them up, do they?
It's hard to stuff up. The biggest question is around size, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Am I getting a big palmy? Am I getting a small palmy? Or is it mid? Size matters.
Yeah. One quick story. We go to a local establishment here on a Friday as a team. Of course, the work crew, and we grab a palmy each.
Oh, yeah.
And, mate, you're right. The variation in size of palmies. Someone's got the junior quail size palmy. Someone's got the turkey size palmy. And you're always just getting FOMO, mate.
It can lead to food envy.
So she walks over with the palmy. We have a look at the size of it, and it's just seagulls to a chip to see who gets the biggest one. So, yeah, mate. It does all about size. Size does matter.
It certainly does, and you got to fight to get that big one. What about you? What's your go-to pub meal?
Oh, I'm a palmy man, or when I was living in Melbourne, Palmer.
Yes.
Bit cheaper over there too, Robbie.
Yeah, a lot cheaper.
$15 pint to Palmer was to go. More sort of $25 number over here.
It is. There's a big difference.
I like a palmy, but, the flip side, what I don't like about people with palmies, It was when they like chased. I'll just grab the Mexican palmy, thanks.
Oh, I don't mind a Mexican palmy. Sorry, man.
I just can't have, man. I'm a traditional palmy man.
Yeah, fair.
And, you know, when they start sort of having 7 or 8 different varieties of the palmy, I think just bastardizes a bit sometimes.
Fair enough. You know, he's a...
Tropical palmy.
He's a traditionalist.
Throw a bit of fucking pineapple on it. Call it a tropical palmy. I mean,
thanks on
don't
that.
fix it if they ain't broken.
Do you know a good palmy? An Irish palmy. So basically what they do is they put that Irish curry sauce on there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It is magnificent.
That whole craze is taken off, the food bag with the gravy.
Oh, the spice bag.
Spice bag.
Yeah. Not bad either.
I haven't had one. I'm dabbled yet. But...
Oh, mate, we better go do one. We'll do it for St. Paddy's Day.
Oh, any day, really. I love the gravy.
Love it. Love it. Do you know what the Irish do well? And it's obviously not traditionally Irish, but they have curry sauce on a lot of things. And it's great.
Smart, man. Smart. I love curry sauce.
Oh, it is sensational. And it's like, I can imagine if you're having a night out on the booze and you get some chips with curry sauce, you'd love it. But it even works when you're just having your dinner.
I reckon you could just chuck a little bit of grey box as you would powder and then just put some curry powder in there. You probably do the same job, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably.
I'm hungry as hell now.
Probably, yeah.
So Tim from Como's opened it with a bit of a hunger buster.
Yes.
And we're both pretty traditional, fair to say, mate. Why? Well, I think I like to stack up different pubs against each other based on their Parmigiano, mate.
That's a good point as well. I mean, maybe we should be opening up our own Instagram account where we rate palmies. Like,
100%.
there's that steak sandwich guy. He does pretty well.
Yeah. And, like, you know, I don't want to get too far down the palmy rabbit hole, mate. But
no, please do.
when you get a real thick palmy and it's quite dry in the middle because it's been overcooked, no good. When you get a palmy that's drowned in red sauce and it's just a couple of cheese slices out of the oven.
No.
Happens, mate. Happens.
Yeah.
Or when they chuck your palmy on your chips, mate.
Yeah, not a
chips
fan.
Are just soggy as you wait for chips. Or even ask me whether I want chips on mash. I mean,
what sort of question is that?
Does anyone choose mash?
No.
So these are the things I think I don't like about the old palmy game, mate.
Politics of a palmy.
Yeah, I know. Separate podcast for that one, but that's why I go for it. Why do you like a palmy, mate?
For all reasons that we've discussed, really. Yeah. I don't think I need to expand on it anymore. A palmy's a palmy, and that's why I like it. You know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cheese. That makes it pretty straightforward, mate.
Tomato sauce. All right, one more for you. And this is for both of us again. I like these questions. So this is from Tuba from Hammond Park. If you could take one player from any AFL club and transplant them into your club, who are you taking and why? You're obviously a Freo supporter. I'm an Essendon supporter. So I reckon there might be varying answers.
Well, there's a way to play this, isn't there? Are you looking for a missing piece from your team or are you just taking the best player you reckon?
Just the player you love to watch.
How are you going to play it?
Ooh.
Like Essendon, are you going to go for the best player you love to watch or are you going to find someone bespoke to your requirements?
It's a great question. And I think the player that I'm going to pick, do you want me to go first?
100%, mate. I'm keen to see where you're going to go with this.
The player that I'm going to pick, I think, ticks both boxes because he is one of my favourite players to watch. I think he's probably one of the toughest guys in the league. Tough as nails. He'll fight anyone, but then he can back it up. Like he'll get lippy. People will have a crack at him. He can back it up. Nothing sort of flaps this guy. He's unflappable, and he just goes along with a smile. His name is Zach Butters.
Yeah.
Tough as nails. Essendon need him. We need a big inside mid. And I love watching him play. So, without a doubt, Zach Butters is the obvious answer for me.
That is a great answer. He started very well.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it.
I'm not sure how I'm going to top that one. And he plays above his size too. He's not that big, but just his ferociousness in the football. His urgency often is quite intimidating for opposing teams. And he's carried that midfield for a long time, so I can see where I'm going with him. I'm going to go with probably a man who's been the most unlucky in Brownlow voting. We know who that is, of course, Marcus Punt Pals.
Oh, I thought you were going to go to Nick Dacos.
Oh, no, mate. No. Nick Dacos is going to Tassie, so he's locked away. Bontempelli, obvious reasons, mate. He can do on the inside. He's super tall, takes a good contested mark, goes forward, kicks goals, great leader, and just adds that polish that so many teams don't have. A lot of teams have like a Matty Rao type inside mid. The Bont's a guy who can win on the inside, do on the outside, go forward, kick goals. He's the modern prototype of midfielder, 6'3" plus, and can run all day. They just don't grow on trees, Robbie.
It's so true. And time seems to stand still when the Bont's running around, doesn't it? He is very good at just slowing things down, making the game go his way. So it's a very good choice.
Thanks, mate. It was tough after Butters, but we got somewhere in there.
Well, I could actually see him in the Freo side as well. You don't need a lot at the moment. The side is pretty well. I wouldn't. Yeah, it is pretty stacked actually, and you've got most of your requirements, but Bont would be a nice little cherry up top.
If I was going to extend myself and say one player that Freo need, so not even on the criteria of the player I think I love the most, it would be Harris Andrews.
Oh, big forward. He would work
Harris
well
Andrews, mate, the best key back in the game. He's going to stop any big towers like a Sam Darcy or these big, key forward threats.
Yeah.
And he just sets it up so well off half back. I reckon he's half the reason why Brisbane is so good. He's just so big.
Yeah.
You have to kick around him. So
reliable.
He's the one I'd go for, bespoke to the requirements of Freo. I think, a big key back that can hold down those monster forwards is probably what we don't have.
Hits it very, very nicely alongside Alex Pearce there as well, wouldn't he?
Brandon Cox, Luke Ryan. He just had a big dog in there like Harris Andrews who can sort him out down there. And I think he'd be a lovely addition, mate.
I love it. It's a good answer. Yeah. It's a very good answer.
Good question from you.
Well done, Tuber. Good stuff. All right, Tuber and Tibbo, thanks for getting around.
What's coming up next, mate?
Hello, mate. This is something that you were very, very proud of. We're going to do a recap on your big multi over the weekend that just got up.
Yeah, it was a ripper, mate. I said earlier in the week, last week, first up on the potty, go and take these 3 short price favourites on the weekend going around in the big Group 1 races. And they are, of course, Observer, Autumn Glow and Tempted. Got $5.85. I think Tempted was into $1.30. Autumn Glow jumped at $1.20. And Observer less than evens.
What?
So I said that multi suddenly evaporated into $3.84 on race day.
Yeah.
And yeah, mate, all saluted, all 3, got the multi up at about $6. I was stoked with that. And then rolled those 3 into another horse at Ascot called Wonderfully Made.
Yep.
Which took it to $8. Had a nice fill up on both. Had about 20 odd messages on Instagram come through, like, you beauty. Not as many as I get when I don't lean them, by the way.
Funny that.
But the boys are getting around it. And to be honest, like, they are the horses to watch, Blackfoot. Put them in your, in all your multis moving forward. I just can't see how any other horses get anywhere near these 3. They are low flying. And Observer's going around again this weekend. So I'll be piling in again. But yeah, it was a great result, mate. And a great way to get some money in the bank, punting wise, ahead of the big year of AFL, mate.
It's very well done from you. I did notice that you were very happy on the text over the weekend too. Yeah. Mate, I was in Karrinyup, I don't mind going to the shopping centre. Not my worst place to go, but not my favourite. Yeah. And, you were just peppering me with updates for places. And I'm just thinking, I don't want to be walking around Myer right now looking at crockery cups and plates and all that sort of stuff. Oh, yeah. I want to be home watching the races.
It's usually you out and about doing fun stuff and be at home. But I felt like it was my time to shine.
Yeah.
Just crying about the multi. What are you up to, mate? Did you get on? Didn't have time. I was in the shoe shop or something, you might have said. There's plenty going on. And I believe you just had a bit of man grooming down there, mate, to do, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got a bit of a haircut, Thanks, mate.
Yeah, nice, bro.
Got something a bit different. It's called a burst fade.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently it's big with all the kids.
$100, is it?
Yeah, about that, actually. I tell you, every time I go for a haircut, it costs $1 or $2 more. Yeah. Like, they just keep slowly increasing it.
Mine get cheaper because I've got less hair. So I get a quite discount. Need a father here in there for you. But no, you're right. I mean, mate, just cuts back in the day. I mean, $15, $20, you just roll in.
Yeah. Do they even exist anymore?
Don't know. That's how old I am. But I remember just rolling in. It was just like, yeah, no appointment. Roll in, mate. You get a nice bit of change from a 50.
Yeah.
Now you're dipping in on top of a pineapple. And they're trying to flog you even hair products, which you pretty generally take as well on the way out.
Is it a disgrace?
Yeah, I know, mate.
Times have changed.
I know. Yeah. About the bowl cuts.
Bloody inflation, man. Bloody inflation. Well done. So what'd you get? It's $5 there.
$5 on the treble and then $8 on the other one with Wonderfully Made. Also rolled in, which won by 8 going away from him. So, very easy watch for most of them. Autumn Glow had a nice, challenge midway through the race. Only finished a length away, I think, in Aliana. Mm-hmm. Elegant. So it was bloody good, mate. And I'm ready to go again this week. So know about that. Make sure you hang out for that.
He's ready to load up, and I like this. Mate, we'll move on to Hero of the Week because, do you know what? There was only one guy I think we could speak about this week, and it was very sad news yesterday with the passing of the GOAT, the late, great Dennis Cometti. Horribly sad. I think we all knew he was a big crook, but just did not see this coming.
Seemed sudden, didn't it?
It seemed sudden.
Yeah,
man. And I tell you what, round the halls of Triple M, over the last couple of days has been pretty somber because he worked for us for a long time.
Yeah.
He's a cracking bloke, very giving guy. So, yeah, just really terribly sad news.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys that you obviously is synonymous with any major AFL event that you can remember as a kid. Even commentating the Wildcats in the heyday of the 90s at the Perth Entertainment Centre. He's just touched so many different sports. He's like the iconic voice that everyone remembers. All those famous quotes, which we'll talk about a couple of our favourites, I think, just to pay the great man some homage. Also an All of Australia medalist as well.
Oh, I didn't realise he was known.
He's just got, so many strings to his bow. And from what I'm hearing from some of the testimonials to the great man, just an absolute gentleman as well.
Just a good dude, really nice fella.
Had time for everyone, but took his job very seriously. And, wasn't afraid to let the other guys know that he's the big dog as well, which was good. So,
it was good, wasn't it?
I quite enjoyed it.
He's very good, Dennis. I still remember, as a kid, obviously watching lots of footy, and Dennis and Bruce would always be commentating. And it was a real kind of pinch me moment when I got a job at 7, ended up in media, which I never thought would happen. And he used to walk the halls of Channel 7. And, you'd have a chat with him and he'd always remember your name, and he was a really nice fella. And then we actually had him on for 2 years, me and Alana, as our footy correspondent every week.
Yep.
So, and he was always just great. You'd get him on the phone, he'd have a laugh.
Yep.
He'd talk footy for a bit, and he was just an absolute legend of a guy. So, yeah.
Sad. You have memories, yourself. But just the thing you touched on there, old-fashioned values of remembering someone's name, looking them in the eye when you shake their hand, giving your time to people who, you could have a big impact on if you could play it well. I feel like it's just a lost art form in this modern day and age, right?
It's getting there.
I'm starting to sound a bit old again, but the amount of people that you've met 100 times don't know.
Yeah.
Or you shake their hand and they kind of limp-handed and don't look in the eye.
Oh, I hate that.
So, those old statesmen that were just, I don't know, they sort of started those values, I think, and they sort of passed on to different generations. It's just a lot of those things are lost arts form. And you'll struggle to see anyone get to his heights, I imagine, commentating. Bruce is obviously on the way. Yeah, he's not really commentating much. What was your favourite?
You pioneered it.
What was your favourite Dennisism?
Oh, I did a little video about it the other day, and it was just a classic. The cork in the ocean.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a cracker. The snuck up on him like a librarian.
Very well.
Yeah.
Sure. Was on the Misty Optically.
Yeah, Tom Liberatore.
Walked into the contest optimistically and walked out Misty Optically. That was really bloody good. The Tom Boyd, the Western Suburbs erupt as he kicks that goal from 55.
Yes.
You associate those Dennisisms with that moment, and it just brings back so much nostalgia, doesn't it?
It really does. I actually saw a cracker from him yesterday from way back in the day when he had, I think it was his first kid, Mark, who might be the wrestler. Yeah. Did you see this? So he's on the news and they go, oh, it's pretty amazing that you called your kid Mark. That's really nice. And Dennis goes, yeah, I couldn't call him kick. I couldn't call him handball, so I had to run with Mark. I just thought that was brilliant.
Dry. Very dry. I'm pretty sure they call his son the Beast.
The Beast,
and he's Triple M broadcast for doing stats.
Yeah, and he sounds like Dennis.
Is he Beast?
Yeah, he is. I've never actually met him in person, but I've seen pictures and he's a big boy.
Deep voice.
Yeah. He sounds like Dennis. So
yeah, well, great innings, Dennis. And yeah, we're going to miss you, mate. So I think a very, very fitting hero of the week this week, Robbie.
Dennis Cometti, we salute you. Certainly is.
Come away from the Winter Olympics squad of the week last week. Somehow saved the segment with Dennis. So
yeah. It's a real change in pace, isn't it? But, we love Dennis. And I think it's fitting that we move into round 0 now, because as we record this, Sydney and Carlton are playing. I think it's probably about quarter time at the moment.
A score update?
Yeah, give us a score update.
Carlton leading Sydney by 10 points. 2 goals on the board for Carlton, none yet to Sydney. Charlie Cannon had a couple of behinds early against his former side.
Still quarter time? Or
it is start of the second quarter, mate. A minute in. Very low scoring affair so far, but Carlton, got the wood on them so far.
How's the weather over there, man? It's so low.
Missed the optic, I think.
So we are doing round 0, man. I've sort of made my thoughts pretty clear about it already, but I just find it stupid because the whole idea behind it, which was kind of a bit sketchy anyway, was to highlight Queensland and New South Wales and take it to rugby a little bit. So it makes complete and utter sense, and I applaud the AFL for this. for playing St Kilda and Collingwood.
Take it to
Sunday as
rugby.
well.
St Kilda and Collingwood on a Sunday.
What's going
Give us a
on?
Spell.
What is going on?
Even tonight's game. Sydney didn't make the finals last year. Carlton
Yeah.
scraped it. Only a season opener where I'm going, wow, I'll tune into this at 4:30 in WA, knock off early.
Yeah, what happened to the good old-fashioned Richmond and Carlton? Usually a shit game too, but
just
it became tradition. All right, let's move to Gold Coast and Geelong. We got a bit to go through here, so let's rip in. Gold Coast for me, Petrarca, I think he's going to dominate. They're going to push him into the midfield with Rowell out, and I think it's going to be all about Christian for his first game at the Gold Coast Suns, and he's going to get a hero's welcome.
I think it's a very, very true statement indeed, mate. I think he's going to set it alight. But for me, Ben King, he looked pretty dominant in the State of Origin game. I think he's going to kick 3. I think Gold Coast will win. I think Geelong are an older team. They sometimes take a little bit of time to go, don't they?
They do. It's a really good point.
Slow starters.
Yeah. They need to get the legs moving a bit, and that takes a few games.
Well, I think a thing for the lesson with the punt is those teams that went deep into September last year, they're coming off shorter pre-seasons.
Yeah.
And the players had a little bit more time off than some of these other teams. And I think, realistically, to come off a grand final or playing around 0 up in Gold Coast, coming off flight, the most important game of your life to a game that you just sort of warming up.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can read too much into how Geelong go against Gold Coast, but I think the interesting watch is Gold Coast, who have been tipped in every bloody futures market to be rare at the pointy end of the season, aren't they?
Yeah, mate. I think they're paying about $1.80 to make top 4.
Crazy.
Interesting stats for you around Geelong as well, mate. No team who's made the grand final and lost by 40 points plus since 1995 has come back the next year and won a final.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it's happened like 13 or 14 times since 95. So that doesn't, it's just a stat, and Geelong are Geelong. They seem to defy the odds a lot.
They do. They can
it's
win from
not
anywhere, any price, aren't they? But doesn't bode well for them. As we work into GWS and Hawthorn, and we are definitely at odds here with this result, I think. It's going to be probably one of the tougher games to pick for the round, isn't it?
I found it really hard to pick this game, and there is if you look at it, Hawthorn are by far the hot favourites.
$1.47.
$1.20. Yeah, $1.20 between them. What was it, about $2.60?
Giants, yep.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
Well, you go first.
Okay.
I want to hear your rationale.
Righto. So Hawthorn are the hot favourites here, right? But if we're being realistic, I think these teams are pretty bloody even. And if you look at the GWS, high possession team, they've got a lot of guys that go through that midfield and get big numbers. They've got Jesse Hogan up the front there kicking goals. Sam Taylor down back, one of the best backmen in the league. Well, I really do feel like the GWS Giants do have most bases covered, and I always feel like this every year, and they never quite go as well as I believe. But Hawthorn, they were good last year. They really were. I just don't think they're that much better than the Giants. So I like those odds at 260.
Yeah, I think it's if you're playing the value, definitely there. What I would say, contrary to that, is I think GWS have been pretty badly decimated with injury. If you look at their midfield at the moment, Kieran Briggs, Stephen Cornelio, who hasn't strung more than 10 games together for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Finn Callahan. Obviously, the massive glaring omission, Tom Green with the knee.
That hurts.
But they've lost a few other cattle around too, mate. Obviously, they're All-Australian centre-half back. Sam Taylor's injured.
Oh, is Taylor out? I didn't realise that. Okay.
So there's a few injury concerns for them early. And what I would say is Hawthorn's midfield isn't really a strength either. So I'd say they're probably even Stevens in the middle there, where I thought GWS would probably get ascendancy if Green was playing. So with that in mind, I think Hawthorn's probably the bet at $1.60-ish, but you'd have to probably find a couple other things to roll into him for the value. So probably not really playing in this game, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I looked at it, and even though Hawthorn were the hot favourites there, I was just a little bit unsure of that being the best bet in the world. So we'll move on to Brisbane and the Western Bulldogs. Look, I think Brisbane are going to get this done. Oscar Allen adding more firepower up forward there. And you know what? They're Brisbane. They're just a bloody good team. They haven't really lost much. They're flying. The only thing I would say is that you do see a lot of the time the reigning premier will come out and lose round 1. You do see it, but I'm still going to tip Brisbane.
Well, you've just stolen me thunder, mate. That's exactly what I was going to say. Except,
sorry, mate.
No, mate. No, we're on the same page. I think the Dogs are going to be red hot for this.
Yeah.
I think Dogs had a season of missed opportunity last year. The Premier's always come out flat game one, to your point. Can't wait for Darcy versus Harris Andrews. I think it's the up and comer versus the season dual premiership enough back. I think it's going to be a matchup for the ages. And I just think the Dogs, man, I'm very bullish on the Dogs. I think they could have done a lot better than they did last year. Had Liberatore not been injured, Punt Pals down the stretch. A few things didn't go right for them. But I reckon they've got a list that should be top 4.
Pardon the French, but it is fucking unbelievable that they did not make the finals last year.
It's nuts.
Mate, you look at their list, just like you've said, it should be as good as anyone in the league. It should be up there with a Freo or a Brisbane. Or
them in Sydney, how they both missed the finals last year. When you've got Sam Darcy, Tom Liberatore in the forward pocket at the moment, Aaron Norton, Croft, who came on last year.
Yeah.
There's guys that can kick bags. Bontempelli, Bailey, Williams, Davidson. Yeah, good players. And then you've got Big Lobby.
Did you just give Bont? Yeah, good player.
Yeah, well, Davidson, Williams, they're not exactly at the Bontempelli level, are they?
No, they're not.
And then Tim English, Kennedy, and Ed Richards.
Yeah, Ed Richards is a gun.
Not bad at all. Riley West on the interchange. So they've got plenty of firepower, as do the Lions. But I think the Lions will come up front, mate. So I reckon the Doggies in this game, what are they paying right now? Let's have a quick squeeze. $2.74. It looks well over for me. That's the kind of hitting zone I like to play. Even if you give them a 20-point head start and find about $2.10, I'm keen to play.
Love that. Love that from you. All right, let's move on to St Kilda, Collingwood, the odd one out in this whole round 0 sort of debacle that I reckon it is. Don't understand it. I've had a sook about this already, so I won't worry about it. Just going to take Collingwood. I think St Kilda are probably a bit overrated. They brought in all these. Well, they brought in a lot of players that they've overpaid for. Are they as good as what the money says?
No, probably not. I think Sam Flanders is a good player.
He's good.
I mean, he cooked our multis last year a couple of times because he wasn't the Sam Flanders of 2024, was he?
Yeah, he wasn't. But that's the point. Like, he's good. He's not great. He's not an A grader. Neither is Sam DeConing. He's the highest paid player in the league now.
Yeah, he's
the highest paid player in the league, I should say.
Yeah.
He's good. He is good. Is he great? Is he better than Rowan Marshall? Would you have just kept Rowan Marshall and paid for someone else?
Well, probably. Yeah, I mean, they've still got Marshall, though.
Yeah, I know. But now they're going to bloody share the load.
Yeah, I know. They reckon they're going to play Marshall forward, DeConing in the ruck. I don't know.
Marshall's not a forward.
I'm not as bullish on them as most have been.
Neither.
I think they've still got Bizarre. I don't get any player who's going to go through midfield marathon this year, which would be a different look.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I think their debt falls away pretty quick.
Yep.
And I also think Collingwood could be quite shy this year. So this to me is like, don't really care game. They'll probably be well fatigued around 0, looking for West Coast and Fremantle games to go and watch, which there won't be any.
Yep.
So I'll purely look at this game and go, let's hope St Kilda can beat up Collingwood because I don't like the Pies.
I like it. It's a good.
Well, that's my take.
That's a good theory and a good strategy, and I like it.
Like, I think if St Kilda knocked off the Pies here in round 0, I wouldn't be surprised if the panic stations already begin.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't lose to the Saints, do you, really? One of those proud teams.
Well, you bloody hope not, anyway.
No, I reckon Saints might get them, though.
Do you know what? Even though I'm tipping Collingwood, I kind of hope you're right. My multi this week actually is from that game, so I'm taking Cal Wilkie at 15-plus posies, Josh Takos 25-plus, and then Nass 30-plus.
30-plus.
Paying 360. Yeah, he's on fire. He's got a bit to prove. His pre-season was great.
Well,
he'll do 30.
Easy halfback, Nass of 30, or is he in the midfield 25 quality? Yeah. That's the only thing I would say. You get a lot of cheap 3 off halfback.
It's true. I'm not interested in quality, though.
In this particular bet. You've got a lot of 1-2 handball change is what you're looking for.
Exactly right. No, he'll get 30. I'll stand by that.
Yep.
No dramas.
Was it $3?
360.
Yeah, Wolfter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think Dacos will get that. A lot of people were saying that's the bet of the round.
Josh Dacos is going to be now, isn't he?
Well, he will be, yeah. And everybody's so worried about Nick. Nick's going to get Windhager tagging him. So, Josh.
You're just giving us lessons in the punt here just as a side note. Windhager is probably one of the most important factors of the game when putting them all together, isn't he?
Yeah,
he cooked us so many times last year.
Exactly right.
Wherever he goes to, you just, like, if he goes to playing your multi, you just switch off the game.
Yeah, and he's going to Nick.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, bang. Bang, there you go.
Yeah,
there you have it.
There we go. Straight from Rob Stradamus right there.
All right, mate. Do you want to do we have any racing stuff this week? Or are we
We
jump
do.
straight into F1?
Well, we do, mate. I think we'll quickly jump through the racing because the All-Star Miles on at Flemington racing even on the weekend. And some of our favourites are back, mate. Tom Kidd.
Hey.
Pride of Jenny.
Yeah, Pride of Jenny.
Correct, sir. Watch Me Rock, the railway winner from WA, going over there. William Pike travelling over to Melbourne.
Oh, is Willie Pike going over?
Yep. Came about fifth in its first start there last time. Wasn't overall really by the occasion. Could definitely be well and truly comfortable in this field on its best run. But to beat horses like Treasure at the moment, it's going to be tough, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
All-Star Mile looks like a cracking race. I'm going to go with Pride of Jenny. I thought her last trial was enormous.
Pride of.
And so it's a mile race. You know, we all know the Pride of Jenny versus Mr. Brightside mile races. She goes out by 8. If she's on a game, she'll win.
Yeah.
And I think Tom Kidd and other horses will be running on. And then I'm going to go straight over to Randwick, which obviously hosts a number of great races, including the Challenge Stakes, the Randwick Guineas, and, of course, the Canterbury Stakes.
Lovely.
In the Canterbury Stakes, which is race 8, I'm going to take Jolly Star at $2.40. I thought she's been very good last couple of starts. In the Randwick Guineas, I'm taking She's Alibi down the bottom. She's Alibi, $2.45 to beat the favourite, Autumn Boy, which is obviously $3.10. So I think it's going to beat it. And then in the last race there at Randwick, the Challenge Stakes, the last one I'm going to play with race 7, Giga Kick. I think second up, he's a much better horse. And forget his first run. I think now's the time he's ready to fire. And second up, he is 5 starts for 2 wins and a second. And I think this will be his race. So $2.45 seems a good price.
Love that.
So multi, Giga Kick, $2.45 into, of course, She's an Alibi. Again, at Randwick at about $2.45, and you get about $5 like you did last week.
Love that from you, mate. That's very good.
Yeah, very quick and dirty analysis, but still plenty of great horses going around. The TJ Smith's coming up, and the big sprint races over in Melbourne down the straight at Flemington. So just when you think it's all about Spring Carnival, actually this time of year is a great time to find the better horses beating up on weaker fields. And that's what we saw last weekend when all the short price favourites won. Everyone had to fill up.
Yeah.
You get massive FOMO if you follow those horses throughout the spring and didn't back them last weekend.
I must agree with you there, mate. So that's a very good summary from you. And as you say, it's when you get the good odds. It's like AFL season. Now, this week, the time when you get the good odds.
And one other thing I'd say, Robbie, is we've got the Quokka coming up here in Perth.
Yeah, how far off? About a month?
Month 18th of April here in Perth, the slot race. We're looking to find out who the interstate raiders are coming over. If you look at the futures fields, there is Jimmy Star in there, Giga Kick, all the big names. Most of them won't come.
Interesting.
So you got to look at these races on the weekend.
Yep.
The horses that are in the futures markets for the Quokka.
Yes.
Did they run well? Did they win the Group 1? Probably ain't coming over.
Right. So you reckon if they run well over in Melbourne or Sydney, they're not going to come to WA?
Well, I don't know why you would.
Yeah.
You win a new market on the weekend for a few million.
Yeah.
Why run the risk of trying to come over to Perth and beat up, horses over here and win another bit of prize money? I don't think you need to.
Yeah,
I think it's the horses that didn't win in the prep that probably need a slightly easier kill.
Yeah.
Come over here, chase the prize money.
Yeah.
So the field for the Quokka will take shape largely after this weekend and next.
Yeah.
Depending on how these horses are going into preparation.
Okay, I love this.
So,
love this from you.
Look at the top of the markets. Jimmy Star at the moment in the futures. 350 in the race. Huge risk to take Jimmy Star. Highly doubtful he'll come over here.
Yep.
But if he doesn't run well over in Melbourne and misses, first, second, third, runs a decent race, and they think, well, let's just go and have a free throw at the sums at the Quokka for $5 million. Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's a good point. I love it. It's great insights, mate.
That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, just be careful about the futures markets. If you're just playing as a casual punter, you got to stay tuned to what's going on with the stables, where they're chubbing the horses. And another key clue, just before I finish, is when does a horse peak in its prep? So Giga Kick is very good second up.
Yeah.
Can be a bit flat first up. So Giga Kick was first up in Melbourne last weekend.
Yeah.
And he's not nominated for any other races in Melbourne or Sydney.
Yeah.
And his peak race is second up. And he's second up into a Quokka.
Gotcha.
He's probably coming over, mate.
But then does the travel factor take out that second up race factor? You know what I mean? Because all of a sudden you got to wait an extra couple of weeks. You got to get the horse over here. Does that then put him back to the first prep again?
Well, they can take a bit of track work in between just to keep him fresh. But generally, their big efforts are on race day.
Yep.
So I think you can have a gap between first and second up runs. And older horses like Kick now, they're getting a bit longer in the tooth. Won't do him any harm having a bit of a break between races. But he's an example of a horse who has won some massive races, but the last couple of years after he's come off that injury layoff, he's now Group 2 kind of winning horse.
Mm-hmm.
Group 1's he's still around the mark, but he needs to run at his best.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can come over here to a Gawker and beat up some horses over here for good prize money. Well,
Interesting. Although he was supposed to come off Winterbottom, was it? Was it the Winterbottom he was supposed to come across and just broke our hearts?
What happened? Ray Magneria came over from the East Coast
and
took the prize money back to Victoria. and he's coming here again for the Cocker, as announced, as a sports bet horse. So
Ray. Oof, good horse to come across.
So that was a quick racing preview that turned into a 10-minute job, but that's how we roll, mate.
Love that, mate. Love that. All right, so before we finish out, we're going to talk F1 because just like the AFL, it's back again this week, which I've been absolutely pumped about. I've been watching Drive to Survive all week. I like just getting a little bit of a reminder of the season just gone. It's an 8-episode series this time around. So they put the pinch on you a bit because what they do, they wait till about a week out before they release it. Mm-hmm. So you got to watch the whole bloody thing in a week. You know what I mean? Nice. So, yeah, I'm 5 in.
So, I might tell you how many times here now.
You are, actually.
I was going to say.
You are,
I was really short in that racing through so you get back to episode 5.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind next time, thinking about my TV viewing, that would be good. But, no, so they do the 8 episodes, which was funny this year because it dropped on the same day as the AFL Final Siren documentary, 4 episodes.
Yes, right. I've been enjoying.
Did you watch it?
I watched last night's one with the Saints.
Brilliant.
Marching in it was, yeah.
Oh, is that another one altogether?
I'm not sure.
See, Paramount did a doco about the AFL, so they follow Bont, Dane Zorko, who else do they follow?
Fife?
Toby Green, Fife. Yeah, did you watch that one? That bit?
I've seen the snippets on.
Oh, mate, it's very good.
Yeah,
it's very good.
Broke through brick walls and all that sort of thing.
Yeah. When you see his body as well, man, he's like an 80-year-old.
Yeah, 50 surgeries.
Oh, he has been through it.
So I feel like I've kind of seen the stuff that has got me into it.
Yeah.
Now I've just got to sit down and dedicate some time to watch it. But it's going to be harder between the football games that I'm trying to ban brownie points for.
It's tough, mate. But get yourself a Paramount subscription and do it. Yeah. Oh, you got it. You're good to go. Beautiful. Anyway, we digress. So Drive to Survive, that's out. It's about 3 to go. And the F1 season is about to take off. So practice and everything started today in Melbourne. Mm-hmm. Of course, Sunday, Albert Park is the first race of the year. And, mate, I think it's going to be a really interesting one because we were so excited about Oscar Piastri in the McLaren last year. He was essentially leading the World Championship for 2/3 of the season, and then things went a bit awry for him. So we're all sort of thinking that this year is going to be his redemption year.
Yep.
Unfortunately, though, Nick, I'm not sure that's going to happen because the McLarens, through testing at Bahrain and all that sort of stuff, just haven't been as quick with these new regulations. So they've had a big change up.
Yeah, right.
And all the cars are different, different power units. They're going more electric power. Mm-hmm. There's a whole lot of things that have changed, and McLaren are sort of sitting around 4th at the moment. They're still in that top 4, but they just might not be as strong as other years. So it might not be Oscar's season 2026, which is a bit of a worry.
That is crazy. And I think, it's kind of like, I guess, a handicap in racing. You're
pretty much
58 kilos, suddenly you're right at 60. You're not as quick as you used to be.
Pretty much.
That stings.
Yeah, so you got to be in the quickest car, and that's pretty much how it rolls. It looks like Mercedes are on the comeback trail. So in 2021, when they shook up the regulations, they botched it. Like they won 7 constructors championships in a row. Lewis Hamilton had won 6 drivers championships in a row. They got in these new cars and it just didn't work for them. They were doing this thing called porpoising. Did you ever hear of that? No. So porpoising is basically when you're going along in the car, it just bounces.
Yeah.
And it just destroys the driver. Their neck's fucked afterwards. Like everything's bad for them.
Yep.
So that sent them downhill. They were stuffed for 2 years, but they've concentrated on this new sort of car that they had for 2026. And they're looking the goods. Like George Russell will probably win the championship this year, I reckon. As an early pick. Yeah. Like he's the favourite, so you're not getting great money, like $250, but he's in the fastest car and he's a bloody good driver. Like he really took it to McLaren last year and Red Bull. So I
mean, I'm a F Grand Prix expert, but working through the markets, George Russell being a favourite would be unheard of last year, wouldn't it?
Most of the time, yeah.
Piastri and Norris are
Yeah.
At the top of the market. Verstappen's always around there, but I haven't seen George Russell in the top 5 markets for a while.
It's pretty rare, but Mercedes looks so good, man, that it just looks like it's going to happen. It looks as though Ferrari's going to be all right based on testing.
Who else is in the Mercedes?
So you've got Kimi Antonelli, who's a young gun.
Might be a bit of value in putting him in the top 3.
Yeah, you could definitely go for top 3 on him. He's so young that he was driving in F1 before he got his driver's license.
Wow.
Like, he couldn't drive on the
How
road.
did you go from driving an F1 car to, thanks for my first car, Dad, the old Holden Commodore? Just got you a nice, safe, two-wheeler.
So funny.
Yeah, that'd be pretty big.
He did address it in the doco, actually, and he just said it's hard. Yeah. It's hard.
What was your first car, Robbie? You well, right?
My very first car was a Holden HG, like a pretty cool car, actually. Me and Dad bought it.
Yeah. I know you're sort of a bit of a car enthusiast, mate.
Mate, love it.
Revenue.
Love it. Yeah, so we put that together, and I went to uni and I had to sell it because it was too expensive to run.
Yeah,
so,
being thirsty, yeah?
Yeah, it was pretty thirsty. It was disappointing. What was yours?
Not as cool as that.
What was it?
I bought what is affectionately known as a rice burner. A Honda Integra 2-door, mate.
That's pretty sweet.
A struggle to get into. Had a sunroof, pop-up front lights.
Oh, yeah?
But when I bought it, mate, it was covered in Playboy seat covers.
So you bought it off a girl?
Neon lights inside.
Hello.
It was very, very souped up. But it was like driving a little go-kart. Loved it, mate. I just ran into forever. And when I sold it for a profit. 5 years after I was given it. So.
But it become a classic all of a sudden.
Well, I think, mate, like, as you know, those Holdens, those old school ones, mate, they're worth a bomb these days, aren't they?
They are, mate. They are.
You know, on yours, did you?
I wish.
Not seeing a shed somewhere in country?
Nah, I wish.
Victoria?
I bought it for 800, sold it for 1800.
Oh,
so that was pretty good.
Yeah,
but mate, it'd be worth 40 grand now, which is ridiculous.
Wow, so sometimes it does pay to have a shed full of cars, eh?
Yeah, it does, but it's a big ask to hold on to a car for 25 years in the shed.
Yeah, really, not a shed.
Yeah, I know, especially when you live in a townhouse. But mate. So I think Mercedes are going to be the big bet this year. Max Verstappen always around. It doesn't matter what car he's in. He could drive a bloody billy cart and he'll somehow be in the lead. But I just think if you're looking for a bet this weekend, you could find some really good value in the best of the rest.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's a market that's offered a tab touch. And basically Haas have tested really well. And they're looking like they should probably be the 15 this year.
Yep.
So this weekend you can get Ollie Behrman at 350 or Esteban Ocon at 650. That's to win the best of the rest. So that excludes the top 4 teams of Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So a bit of value there.
350.
350.
Yeah, Esteban Ocon.
At 650. I like Ollie's been driving pretty good, so I'd go for Ollie Behrman.
So have a little crack at someone you think's going to win.
Yeah.
Ideally, as you said, the Mercedes flying, so George Russell, maybe hedge 275 and take a little best of the rest at 350 or 650.
Boom.
$20, 2 different beds. Skin of the game, mate.
You're in, mate. I love it.
I like those box trifectas that you can get sometimes.
Yeah, they're cool, ain't
It's all right.
Yeah.
They're usually like 13 to $20, aren't they?
And if they get up, it's bloody happy days.
No, we jagged a couple last year in the back of your good mail, so make sure you look after it again this year, mate.
Let's see, mate. I'll do my best. Dublin Challenge. So we're saying there's not enough games to do it properly this week.
I don't think it's fair to start round
Yeah.
5 games. And
do you know what? To be fair, it's not bad from us to have a sighter. Like, if we're doing this properly, why not get form from round 0 and round 1, launch round 2?
Well, you need something. And I think, to be honest, mate, Suns versus Cats, Suns $1.43, could have done it. Don't know what the Cats will produce.
But
there's no easy kind of $1.20, $1.30 kind of bankers you can roll 2 or 3 and you get $2.
Exactly right.
All these games are relatively tough to pick. So I just think abnormal round, only a few games to play with. Don't go searching for value when it's not there. Kick off the 10 to 1,000 challenge or 100 to 1,000 challenge with a shit round. I just don't see the value in it, mate.
Yep. Get a cider. Go from there.
Get a cider, but also just give us some proper, future games to choose from as well.
Yep. Love it. Love it. All right. So we'll delay that. So we're going to finish off with the goal kickers multi that you've got in there, mate. So let's rip through that.
So I won't take a Dublin challenge, but I'll certainly have a crack at it. So look, very straightforward. Obviously, this podcast will go live on Friday. So we're going to be playing from the Friday onwards. And of course, the first leg of my multi My first 2 legs will be in the Gold Coast versus Geelong game. Ben King.
Mm,
I think
Big
he's
King.
a very good chance of winning the Coleman this year.
yeah.
And I'm thinking about Geelong's key backs,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not liking what I see, to be honest, on paper.
Right.
He's going to get off the chain, and I think 2+ for him should be pretty much his standard kind of work, to be honest.
Yep.
Not going for anything crazy. Ben Long, we love him.
Mate, he was so reliable for us last year.
He's going back in again, mate. Don't go away from him.
Love it.
With him, Ben King too, Ben Long, anytime, the 2 Bens.
Yep.
In the GWS game, you'll be excited to hear this, mate. Your man Jesse Hogan goes in for 2+ at $1.56.
Big Jesse. I mean, that state of origin form, you can't argue with it.
You can't. And Nick Watson, did you see him take about 4 hangers?
The
game last weekend?
Wizard. No, I didn't see the Hawthorn game.
my
Was he
God.
flying?
You barely see him. He comes through the zips through the screen.
That's
Yeah, he took some massive marks.
why they call him the Wizard.
Kicks him from the pocket. He needs a sniff. So Jesse Hogan too, Watson anytime in that game. And then obviously we head to the Brisbane versus Western Bulldogs game. Oscar Allen anytime. Time to kick your first one for the club. And I think they'll be looking for him, weren't they?
Leadership group too, by the way.
They'll be looking for him everywhere. They get him off the mark. So you reckon any time's going to get comfortably done. And then Sam Darcy's going to have his hands full with Harris Andrews, but I still think he's good enough to kick 2+.
Beautiful.
So Ben King, 2+, Ben Long, anytime. Jesse Hogan for GWS 2+, Watson anytime for Hawthorn. Oscar Allen anytime for the Brizzy Lions. Sam Darcy 2+ there for the Doggies. Gives you $6.21, which is in that $5 to $7 hitting zone, which I just love.
Love it. All right. Well, mate, your form at the moment says to me that that's going to get up. We've got some good tips there today. We've got a multi each out there. You've got some racing gear. I've got some F1 gear. Man, I think that it's going to be a successful week, and that is famous last words. I'm going to touch wood right now. We'll see how we go.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm down in Bunbury for the Bunbury Cup on Saturday.
Ooh.
So I'll probably jump on the gram
It's going to be hot.
and just give a quick 2 or 3 minute preview for the best bets of the day.
Please do.
Punt Pals podcast listeners. So I'm committed. Get on Instagram on Saturday morning.
Love
There
it.
will be a story up and we'll recap all the best bets in racing on Saturday and probably even throw a couple out for our local meeting here in WA, the Bunbury Cups.
Oh, mate, you've made the promise now, so I'm expecting it.
Yeah, just might be able to show me how to log on and I'll figure it out. I'll do it before I have 20 beers.
Love that. It's going to be hot in Bunbury too. Good luck.
Yeah.
I'd rather you than me.
Yeah, well, mate, we always have time when we head out to the regional track. So.
Well, that is a good point.
Yeah.
We going this year?
Yeah,
Probably not.
Yeah, back carrying up air conditioning or
Yeah, I am, man. No, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, won't be going to Bunbury, unfortunately. Just punting.
Just punting.
Drinking beers.
Punting.
I do have something on this weekend, but I can't even remember what it is.
Yeah, well, I know we didn't really talk about your weekend escapades last week, but how'd you get a gig to the Wildcats MVP dinner?
Oh, mate.
I mean, you said, oh, you're going to the event, assuming I was just assuming, mate. I haven't been in about 10 years. You've been to Wildcats game this year and you're straight in the MVP.
Hey, I know friends in high places.
Let's go on
Put it
there,
that way.
mate.
Stick with me and I'll get you there next year.
Yeah, just like a Premier Year list of, Perth celebrities that just gets rolled out at every major event. How do we get to all that?
Wouldn't go that far. No, every week we chat with Sunday Desh from the Wildcats. He's our regular, so we're a guest of Sunday, I guess you could say.
Yeah, nice.
That works.
Did you get loose?
Pretty loose. It was good.
Yeah.
I was on the white wines all night. Had a bowl.
Yeah.
Had a bowl,
Buying
actually.
auction items or-
Didn't buy any auction items. Tempting. It was tempting. It was very tempting. I might have put a bit in, then thankfully I got over
So about $2,000 a day to buy that with Wildcats in my day. Straight on the Wildcats yesterday is the game or?
Yeah, a bit on the Wildcats. Sorry, mate. Anyway, we said we were going to do a short podcast. This is probably our longest one ever. So let's get out of here.
No worries. See you later, guys. We'll speak to you over the weekend.
So, yeah. Oh,